Hey y'all. Okay, so did you enjoy Miss George's explanation? She did a great job. Everything she would have said. So those are real world vocabulary words, and if you ask your parents deal with those more. You probably don't have necessarily as much experience with those. So we're going to do 5 word problems. Here we go. An airline offers airfare at a 30% discount on weekdays. If the regular price is $250, how much is the discount? So underline the word discount. That's what we're looking for. We're going to set up a proportion. We start with 30% and $250. Does that represent the 30% or does that represent the regular price? And that is the regular price, so that goes down here. And now we have a proportion. So you're going to cross multiply and then divide. Type that into your calculator. 30 times 250, divide by 100, and x equals $75. So let me make sure, $75, is that how much the plane ticket is? No, that is the discount. So discount, does that mean our price gets higher or lower? It gets lower. So we would do $250 minus 75 if you wanted to find out the new price. But the question's asking you it's for the discount. So the discount is $75 discount. Okay. Now make sure you are writing down all these word problems. Number 2, Games Unlimited buys video games for $10. So that means they buy them from a warehouse, or they buy them from people, or they buy them wherever they get video games from. Then marks up 300% to sell in the store. Why would they not sell for $10? Ms. George just explained that. If they buy them for $10 and sell them for $10, they're not making any money. So they have to mark up the price. What is the retail price? So this is the new price we are looking for. What is the retail price? So we're going to set up a proportion. And 300 over 100. Even though it's over 100%, percent is always out of 100. So 300 over 100. And then x over 10. So we're going to cross multiply and then divide. 300 times 10 divided by 100. And x equals $30. So then let me ask you, does that $30 represent our new price, or does that represent the markup? And that represents, x represents the 300% markup. So the price was $10. We're going to mark it up $30, so that means we add it. So our new cost, the retail price, is going to be $40. So that's how much you pay in the store after the store has marked it up 300%. So they're making a profit of $30. All right, real world number 3. Pause it so you can copy it. Adam and Cindy eat lunch together. They decide to leave a 15% tip. So they're going to tip their waiter or their waitress. If the bill is $16, how much should the tip be? So underline the word tip. That's what we're looking for. So you're going to set up your proportion. 15 over 100. $16. $16. What does that represent? Does that represent the part 15% or does that represent the total bill? That represents the total bill. So that goes on the bottom. And then you're going to cross multiply. 15 times 16 divided by 100. And we get x equals 2.4. Now if it's money, don't forget to add a 0. $2.40. So we ask ourselves, does that $2.40 represent the tip? Yes. So that would be our answer. Now if I asked you what your total would be, then you would have to add $2 plus 16. But the question's just asking for the tip. So you have to be very careful and make sure you read your questions. Okay, pause. Cam Newton's agent makes 18% commission. Have y'all ever heard of Cam Newton? He is this football player, I think. I think he plays football. He might be a wide receiver or something. But Cam Newton, his agent makes 18% commission on all of Cam's earnings. So anything like a jersey, a hat, a card, anything that has Cam Newton's name on it, any earnings, not the games, but the merchandise, his agent makes money on it. If Cam earns $1,400,000, $1,400,000 in 2012, how much will his agent get? So we're going to set up a proportion and his percent, and then his money goes on bottom. So we need to solve that proportion. So we type in 18 times 1,400,000 divide by 100. And x equals 252,000. So my question to you is, does that represent the question, how much will his agent get? And does his agent get 18%, and x equals that 18%? See, these are corresponding. 100% is what Cam Newton earns. 18% is what his agent earns. Okay, last one, real world number 5. Pause, write it down. At Abercrombie & Fitch, a shirt is priced $35. It's on sale for 40% off. What is the new price? So we're looking for the new price. We're going to set up a proportion. 40 over 100. $35. Does that represent the 40 or does that represent the 100? That represents the 40. That represents the $100. And we're going to find a 40% discount. So we cross multiply. 40 times 35 divide by 100, and x equals $14. So we ask ourselves, is that the new price? Is the new price $14? No, the new price is not $14. That's the discount. So we need to subtract 35 minus 14, and that gives us $21. Is that the new price? Yes. That is the new price. Now let me show you one other way to do this problem. A shirt's on sale for 40%, so it's 40% off. If it's 40% off, what percentage are we still paying? So let's say we have 100% of a shirt. If we're taking 40% off, then what percentage are we still paying? Hopefully you're thinking 60%. Because if 40% is off, then we still have to pay 60%. So you could do it this way. 60 times 35 divided by 100, and it gives us $21. So this is just two ways that you could do it. 40% off, or we pay 60%. But notice my question was, what is the new price? So tomorrow in our groups, we're going to be working on real-world problems that involve all of that vocabulary that Miss George taught to you, and I'll see you tomorrow.